G'day mates, welcome to the show, and let me tell you, it's absolutely bonza to have you. Today we're going on a little adventure, a trip if you will, to the land of sunshine, shrimp on the Barbie, and well, more shrimp on the Barbie. You guessed it. We're diving headfirst into the fascinating world of Australian culture. Get ready to laugh, maybe scratch your head a bit, but most importantly, discover some unique habits of Aussies that you probably didn't know about. These folks, let me tell you, they're a unique breed. They're laid back, they love a good laugh, and they sure know how to have a good time. So, buckle up, grab a cuppa, or a Foster's if you're feeling adventurous, and get ready to learn what makes these Aussies tick. Stick around, you're in for a real treat. Alright, first up, we gotta talk about the footwear. And no, I'm not talking about those fancy Italian leather shoes. In Australia, it's all about the thongs. Now, before you get any funny ideas, we're not talking about the underwear. Down under, thongs are what we Americans call flip-flops. Yep, these Aussies, they're rocking thongs everywhere. To the beach, to the store, even to fancy restaurants. When it's sunny and warm most of the year, can you blame them? It's all about comfort and practicality, mate. Now, if there's one phrase you're guaranteed to hear in Australia, it's no worries. Seriously, these two words are like a national motto down under. Spilled your drink? No worries. Missed your bus? No worries. Accidentally called your boss, mum? Okay, maybe that last one's a bit tricky, but you get the idea. No worries is the Aussie way of saying, it's okay, don't worry about it, or chill out, mate. It's their way of life, their mantra, their way of injecting a little bit of sunshine into every situation. And let me tell you, it's contagious. You spend enough time with Aussies, you'll be saying, no worries before you know it. It's just impossible to stay stressed when you're surrounded by that kind of laid-back attitude. So, the next time you're feeling stressed, take a deep breath and channel your inner Aussie. Remember, no worries, mate. It's all gonna be all right. Now this next one might blow your mind, folks. Imagine this. It's Christmas Day. You're unwrapping presents, sipping on eggnog, and wait for it, wearing a bathing suit. Yep, you heard that right. In Australia, Christmas falls smack dab in the middle of summer. So, forget the snow and the fireplaces. Aussies celebrate Christmas with sunshine, surf and sand. Instead of huddling around a fireplace, they're firing up the Barbie, more on that later, and having a good old-fashioned beach party. Think Santa in board shorts, reindeer surfing the waves, and presents under a palm tree. It's Christmas with a down-under twist, and it's truly something special. I mean, who wouldn't want to trade in the winter chills for some summer sun during the holidays? It's enough to make you want to book a flight right now. Chapter 4. Vegemite. Love it or hate it? All right, it's time to talk food, folks. And when it comes to Australian cuisine, there's one item that reigns supreme, Vegemite. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vegemite? That dark, yeasty spread that looks like, well, let's just say it's not the most visually appealing thing in the world. And you know what? You're not wrong. Vegemite is definitely an acquired taste. It's salty, it's savoury, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. But for Aussies, Vegemite is more than just a spread. It's an institution. They grow up eating it on toast, on crackers, even on sandwiches. So, if you're ever in Australia, do yourself a favour and give Vegemite a try. Just remember, a little goes a long way. And hey, if you don't like it, no worries. More for the Aussies, right? Chapter 5. It's ARVO, not afternoon. Now, let's talk lingo, folks. Aussies, they love to shorten words. They've got nicknames for everything. And one of my favourites is ARVO, short for afternoon. It's just so casual, so effortless, so Aussie. Imagine this. You're strolling down the street and you bump into a mate. What are you up to this ARVO? They ask. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? It's like a little linguistic ray of sunshine. So, next time someone asks you about your afternoon plans, ditch the formalities and hit them with an ARVO instead. Trust me, you'll sound like a true blue Aussie in no time. Chapter 6. Barbie Time. All right, folks, it's time to talk about one of Australia's most beloved pastimes. the Barbie. And no, I'm not talking about the dolls. In Australia, Barbie is short for barbecue, and it's more than just a meal. It's an event. Aussies love nothing more than firing up the Barbie on a warm summer's day and inviting over friends and family for a good old-fashioned feed. And when I say feed, I mean a feast. We're talking sausages, steaks, seafood, veggies, the whole shebang. But it's not just about the food, folks. The Barbie is a time for Aussies to come together, to relax, to share stories, and to create memories that will last a lifetime. It's the heart and soul of Australian social life, and it's something that truly sets them apart. So, next time you're invited to a Barbie in Australia, clear your schedule and get ready for a good time. Chapter 7. Goon, the People's Wine. Now, it wouldn't be a true Aussie gathering without a little bit of liquid refreshment, would it? And when it comes to drinks, Aussies have a particular fondness for something called Goon. Now, before you start picturing something out of a medieval fantasy novel, let me explain. Goon is simply Aussie slang for boxed wine. Yep, you heard that right. The kind of wine that comes in a cardboard box with a little tap on the side. It might not sound fancy, but trust me, Goon has a special place in the hearts of many Aussies. It's affordable, it's portable, and let's be honest, it gets the job done. Plus, it's practically designed for sharing. Just gather your mates, grab a glass or a plastic cup, no judgment here, and let the good times flow. Chapter 8. 2 Up. The Anzac Day Tradition. Now, for this next one, we're diving into a truly unique Australian tradition, 2 Up. This isn't your grandma's bingo night, folks. 2 Up is a gambling game, and it's only legal one day a year. Anzac Day, a day of remembrance for Australia and New Zealand's fallen soldiers. The game itself is pretty simple. 2 coins are flipped into the air, and players bet on whether they'll land on heads or tails. But the atmosphere, oh man! The atmosphere, it's electric. Picture this. Crowds of people, all gathered around a makeshift ring, cheering their hearts out as those coins soar through the air. It's a sight to behold, and it's a testament to the Aussie spirit of camaraderie and remembrance. Chapter 9. Everyone's a mate in Australia. All right, folks, let's talk about the Aussie way with words. Specifically, their love of the word mate. In Australia, mate is more than just a word. It's a way of life. It's a term of endearment, a sign of respect, and a way of instantly forming a bond with someone, even if you've just met them. You could walk into a shop, and the cashier will greet you with a friendly, "G'day, mate." You could bump into someone on the street, and they'll apologize with a sincere, "Sorry, mate, it's everywhere." And the best part? It's not just reserved for close friends and family. In Australia, everyone's a mate. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO or a construction worker, a doctor or a dog walker, you're all mates in the land of Oz. Chapter 10. Rhyming Slang. It's a real gas. All right, folks, get ready for a crash course in Aussie linguistics because we're about to delve into the wonderful world of rhyming slang. Now, rhyming slang might sound like something out of a Dr. Seuss book, but trust me, it's a real thing in Australia. It's basically a way of speaking in code, where you replace a word with a 2-word phrase that rhymes with the original word. Still confused? Don't worry, I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to talk about your dog. In Aussie rhyming slang, you'd say your dog and bone, because bone rhymes with dog. Get it? It takes a bit of getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's a real hoot. It's like having a secret language, and it's just another one of the many things that make Australian culture so unique and endearing. Outro so long from the land down under. Well, mates, that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of unique Aussie habits. From their love of thongs and no-worries attitude to their summer Christmases and penchant for Vegemite, Aussies sure know how to live life to the fullest. So, next time you're feeling a little bit down, remember the lessons you've learned today. Throw on some flip-flops, fire up the Barbie, and embrace your inner Aussie. Thanks for tuning in, mates. If you enjoyed this little journey down under, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe for more fun and fascinating videos. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and remember, no worries.